Hey, Ketu.
Okay, hey Roland, so here we are again.
Here we are again.
The Table Talk.
Table Talks number 11 already.
Wow.
Yeah, and this time I like to talk with you. We like to talk with each other about fascia.
About fascia, yeah.
We already did a thing about fascia, but that was about nutrition and fascia, how to keep your fascia healthy in ways of nutrition. But now we like to talk actually what is fascia, and because a lot of people don't know about fascia, and this guy Robert Schleip, he did a lot of research about it, and his team and more people in the world are discovering a lot of things about fascia.
Yeah, fascia has really become a buzzword. You see it more and more in the news and in research and on social media. So we thought to just give some facts about it and to talk about what you can do, what it means for you. You may not be a body worker, but you do have fascia.
Everybody has fascia, and it seems to be that it's our largest organ and our most sensitive organ actually. And we happen to work with that stuff all day. Every day I work with fascia to unwind it for people. If they can't do it themselves, then it's nice to have a good therapist to unwind your fascia, like in myofascial energetic release. The word says it all, myofascia.
Myo means muscle and fascia means connective tissue, and that's what fascia is. It's connective tissue. You find it around every muscle bundle, every muscle fiber, down to the smallest fibers, and it's under your skin, it's around your bones, it's around cells, it's around organs, it's pretty much everywhere in your body, and it's one continuous web. You can compare it to a kind of a spider's web, which is giving shape and supporting and responsible for communication in your whole body. And it turns out it's our most sensitive organ. It has even more nerve endings than the retina of your eye, retina of your eye.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's really sensitive too. And because it's so sensitive, it also contracts because of something's happening in your environment. Something's happening like a bang, or like something emotional is happening, and in your youth that there's some belief, and you cramp up around that belief in character structure. Everything is held in the fascia, and it's very important to keep your fascia fluid. If it's fluid, then the nutrition can flow into the body, and the waste can flow out of the body in a natural way. But if it's held, then it's compromised in that area. So if you know yourself and you look at yourself in the mirror, then you see that you hold stuff somewhere, and it's nice to open that area of your body in order to keep that energy flow flowing. And it's really important to work on that. You can work on it yourself, like myofascial unwinding, what we teach all our clients after the session. I do.
Yeah.
And
you have to make sure that the fascia stays healthy, because a lot can happen to the fascia. It can dry up, it can start to stick to, layers can stick to one another, then you get stiff, it can dry out. So it's important to move. Movement helps your fascia stay healthy, but so also does sessions like deep body work, where you go with your hands, which you can do yourself, but you can also get a practitioner to work on your fascia. And what that can do is also to loosen up, like Roland said, your fascia can also get damaged and get stuck because of emotional stress. So we also work with these fixed structures, and also with the things that you hold in your fascia, which can start very early. It can start already as a child. You're not allowed to express your energy and express your feelings and be who you want to be So you start to tighten up and hold your breath.
Yeah.
So a lot can happen for you when you loosen up these structures again. Otherwise, it's going to be like what do you call it when you?
A container, so it's not flowing anymore. The energy should flow freely through your body, and the energy is actually flowing through the fascia, and you can feel it in the sense of people report that, oh, I can feel energy flowing through my body after session, or if you do a good unwinding, or you take really good care of your fascia in the way of nutrition, or you do a self-massage if you have places which are blocked in your body, then you can feel that the flow is happening again. And fascia in its original form is fluid, but it also is making your form, and it's structured by DNA, so it knows how Ketu looks like. So when it's been damaged, then it's restoring the way he looks like. It doesn't.
Hopefully,
but that's the way it works. And if they say if you dissect fascia from the human body, then you have a pile of meat and you have a pile of bones, and the structure is made by fascia. So it's very important to keep it healthy and strong, like collagen and elastin and the ground substance. If that is in a good shape, then it will really work for you. Then your body is performing the most optimum, and you don't get sick, and you don't store, you don't clutter energy. And I believe, but that's my belief, that if you clutter and that you get contracted in your fascia somewhere and it stays there for a long time, and that part of your body is getting sick because it doesn't get enough nutrition. The cells cannot multiply originally, so they're struggling in this way of renewal, and that's the way. So it's really important to keep that stuff fluid. And the easiest way is to do unwinding, like the cat that stretches after a little sleep. And we also do it originally. When you wake up, you do like, we stop there, and
you stretch your body to make sure that during the night that you are immobile, then the layers can start to stick to one another. So you want to move, you want to make sure that everything stays fluid, like Roland says. So that's important. Otherwise, then gravity will slowly have its way with you. But if you support this connective tissue, the fascia, is like having a healthy scaffolding in your body.
Yeah.
And all the bones in your body, they're pretty much just spacers, and they are connected through soft tissue, muscle, myofascia. So the position of a bone and the health of a bone is also dependent on the connective tissue, which is between the bones and which is also around the bones, because bones have also connective tissue, the periosteum.
And also in the bones, they say 30% of the bone is actually connective tissue, fascia, and that so it's not only a strong stick, but it's also bendable and it's movable.
It's living tissue. Bone is living tissue.
Bone is actually also living tissue, and because so, it's also really sensitive, and because so, it stores all their trauma, all their emotions are stored basically in the bones. It's my discovery, and it's been written by somebody in a book, The Memory Palace of Bones, which is explaining why people store emotions in their bone. And there's a saying, it hurts to the bone. And that says it all. And so even bones are made of fascia. And if you look at the structure under a microscope of a bone, then it's like it's frozen fascia. Like it has the same structure as your skin actually, but then it's frozen and it's hardened. And it's interesting to look at fascia to compare it, for instance, with a orange. If you cut an orange, you see all these little wrappings of cells, and it's interesting to compare ourselves.
Fascia,
Yeah, that's also fascia. To compare ourselves with this orange or a citron, lime or lemon. And it's the same structure, and if it dries up, then it's getting harder and thicker and it's more leather-like and stuff like that.
If you look at an orange and you look at all the little cells comprising an orange, you realize also this is how our muscles are, and it's full of water, it's full of moisture. So when we are born, a baby is 85% moisture, water, and when we die, we're about 50% water. So when you get older, you simply dry out. Aging is just drying out. And this happens a lot in the fascia. If you look at living fascia under the skin, it's full of water. And that's why it's so important to keep it hydrated and with movement and with touch, that you can keep the quality of your fascia. Because drying out means getting old.
Yeah, that used to be, because it was all data which is showing these results. But if you really take care of your fascia, as we know now because of this investigation and this knowledge, if you keep on moving, keep on hydrating your fascia, you don't dry out so much as older people used to.
No, you can prevent it by movement and also by touch, by deep touch. Because you can drink a lot of water, but if you don't move, it doesn't really get to the places where it should go to, right?
Yeah, and if you don't take enough salt, then it doesn't stick to your fascia. So you need to take good salt to have this salted substance, which is the ground substance of fascia, to hydrate it. And if you use a little salt, then it sticks better to the fascia. And we talk about that with Koen in another YouTube Tabletalk, and that's all about nutrition. But it's an interesting and good to look into your nutrition in order to keep your fascia healthy. But yeah, it's a good comparison, this fruit, because you can see how it looks like, this fluid stuff and how it is wrapping cells, and you have a picture of yourself in order to heal yourself and to feel yourself better and to feel where you are getting stiff a little bit, and you try to get rid of your stiffness. So you can work on it in many ways. You can do self-massage, you can do this unwinding, and if that doesn't help and you dry up or you feel stiff, then you have to find us, basically.
Yeah.
A myofascial energetic release therapist or other deep tissue body workers that can really help you unwind that compressed and that held spaces in your body.
So unwinding is a great way to do it, but there's also exercise and simply just moving a lot is the best way to keep your fascia healthy. Yoga, gyrotonics, that kind of stuff is helpful.
The best moves are actually the ones that slide the fascia, that make, because myofascia, the muscle structure, is made of little tubes into tubes, and they slide into each other, and when they do it a lot and they work a lot, then there's also getting waste in between those layers. There's a guy that calls it fuzz in a talk also in New Zealand.
Jill Hadley,
yeah, and he's dissecting human body, and he shows us this slimy yellowish substance which is fuzz, which is waste, and you have to melt that waste. So the best way to exercise yourself is if you make these lengthening moves. Lengthening is sliding the myofascia and is melting the fuzz. So if you find like yoga or All the lengthening
like a
moves,
cat stretching.
or the cat, yeah, those are the best to heal your fascia, to keep it healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about it. I think we can tell for
I
the
think
short.
so too. There's a lot more to tell about fascia, but our invitation to you as a viewer, and if you're interested in fascia, is just to move and to get sessions. That's pretty much what it comes down to. And that way you can stay younger, you can stay healthier, and feel better in your body by keeping your fascia healthy.
Solving your emotional holdings.
Yeah.
All that kind of stuff is necessary to really keep your fascia healthy. I think we covered most of the things that are important to do so. And feel free to call us, Ketu, Roland, and our contacts is in the bio. And and also you can consult us for sessions when you need to, or find one of our colleagues on my website. Is a list of colleagues that are specialized in unwinding your fascia if you cannot make it yourself, or to get it going. That's also a good way to start this maintenance of your fascia.
Yeah. Practitioners of myofascial energetic release. And I think you will find that next to the emotional and physical benefits, that it's also very pleasurable.
Yeah, so heal your biggest organ.
Yeah.
Keep it healthy. Thank you.
Thank you.